Yep, you've got it. We're at Landcruiser Mountain Park, one of my favourite places. The first thing you do when you get here is to check in at the office. Tash is the daughter of Alben and Helen Perrett, the owners of the park, and Wal helps look after the place. That's when he's not up Cape York on his fishing safaris anyway. Landcruiser Mountain Park is located in Jimna, southeast Queensland. It's a couple of hours drive out of Brisbane and it's a 10,000 acre working cattle station. Plenty of room to play here, folks. Lots of different tracks, lots of different terrain. Sometimes some of the best fun you can have four-wheel driving is in small doses, not just the big trips, but the weekends away with your mates. And that's exactly what we're up to here. Landcruiser Park is one of those iconic locations as far as four-wheel driving goes, even if you just come up for a weekend, because so many people learn to drive up here. There's lots of easy tracks, and then there's lots of competition grade tracks, and there's everything in between. 10,000 acres of sheer fun, 200 kilometres of tracks. Recipe for a great weekend. Bunch of your mates, bunch of good trucks, and a whole heap of great tracks. Too easy. Come on, let's go and have some fun. Right, well, we've got some tough trucks. Let's find some tough tracks. Who's been to Landcruiser then?
Mate, I cut my teeth here. I pretty well did too, in Series 2s and Series 3s. I used to go home disappointed every trip. I'd break a diff centre every single time.
I still got a Series 2 out on Stradbroke, and one, it's got to be the slowest,
noisiest vehicle on earth, and two, it's still going.
It's got the original motor in it, John?
No, it's a Holden, of course.
Hey guys, this is Camp Road. Nasty little bit of articulation. I reckon this is a real good place to start. We'll go the medium one to start with, and then we'll get into the real violent one if we survive this one.
I'll be back here watching you, mate.
Might as well warm up Milo's suspension on this track. Straight into it. I think I'll just fold that side mirror in before I lose it.
Well, that grazed then. I'm sure he just grazed it.
Oh, Milo likes to flex it up for an old loop sprung job, doesn't she?
That was some really nice angles.
Oh well, I tried to walk the bank, but I think I took it out, so I'll probably clean it up a bit for you guys.
Yeah, beauty.
The GU's a bit wider, needs a bit more room.
Go, Dado.
Gleno's got the Dado fitted with lower range gears. Makes all the difference here. The automatic and the low range means you can feed it through nice and slow.
Just scraping by without hitting guys.
Wow, look how close the GU is. That's some precision driving you're doing there, Gleno.
That's good fun, isn't it?
Oh, 4 feet of air, Glenn.
I can see that angle from here. You're gonna love that, Jamie. Ferrell, that is good fun.
Time to see the Land Rover do its thing. Ooh, wow, look at the angles on that back axle. That's a lot of flex.
You can turn around now if you want, Jamie. It's okay, we won't make fun of you.
Would I miss out on this fun? Not a hope.
And he wouldn't either. Jamie lives for a bit of four-wheel drive action.
Oh, very tidy, Jamie.
You're kidding?
Front wheels aren't turning, mate.
Sorry, I better put it in four-wheel drive, eh? What a truck, eh?
Good on you, Jamie. Righto, Feral Dave. Let's see you scratch up the stickers, mate.
I ordered Teflon coated ones, mate. I should slide past these.
Oh, yeah.
Whose scuff marks are those?
Over the park for you, Phil.
Oh, it's tight. Look at that. Dave's got the smaller tyres, but he's still got a bit of roof systems go underneath that bonnet.
Oh, nice launch, Dave. Dave, for 30-old distance patrol, that was pretty good.
Mate, how good was that?
Oh, well, now we've done the easy one, we'll have a crack at the hard one.
Basically, when you do a slope like this, there's a few things you need to consider. One is the potential for panel damage. If you've got sidebars, you've got a fair chance of avoiding it. If you haven't, well, you just think about how much work you want to do when you get home, I guess. Try to concentrate on the high bits. So in a case like this, where Gleno is now, I'm going to be trying to have my left side up on that bank. Now, it might not stay there for too long, but for the little bit it does, it'll give me a nice bit of direction travelling fairly flat, which means I'll get a little bit further, punch on. And as usual, Milo will be going first because it's the most capable truck here. Okay, stop throwing rocks, guys, all right? Just put the rocks back in your pockets. Here we go. Rear locker on, right from the start. She's going to be hanging wheels in a minute. Front locker, because we need it.
That's nice, John. Nice. That's it. Gonna come down. That's it. That's nice. You're in the rut there. Beautiful. Oh, back window gone. Back window. Rear conditioning. Straighten up. Straighten up.
I think I just gave Milo a short back and sides. Wow. Oh man, that was like 100 yards of the wildest ride ever. It was insane. It's all over the shop. Hey Gleno, I got a smashed rear window. I can't open the tailgate and the left-hand side copped the belt on the pillar. So, mate, I can't wait to see you have a go. That's the one. That's the one. Get the right hand down, bud. Get the right hand down. Nearly past the one. She's going to go down in a minute. There she goes. No. Look at that. Oh, it's a very awkward angle, but it's fun.
Gotta love the auto in these situations.
Oh, the auto's magic.
Yeah, mate.
Distance easy. Go, just plant it. Go.
Just plant and go.
This is so easy after what you
Wind it up.
Jamie's up next and he's asked me to spot him. Oh, no. You trust the man who just busted both sides of his truck?
I've got going.
Hey, listen to me. I really know how to screw them up. Oh.
Mate, slot it into slashing mode. Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, a bit of a high cut first, Jamie, please. Oh, good on you, Jamie. You got it in four-wheel drive this time, mate. Oh, Jamie, drive on!
I'm caught on the roof rack, I think. I mean, on the back gate.
That's it, you're off.
That's it, now you're up on it. Now, right hand down, right. Bit more right. Hold it.
Taking it away. You've got 2 feet of safety there at least. Is he going to clear that bar on the tray? Oh, mate, you passed that one.
Mate, that's beautiful. There you go. You ready to go on?
I want to have do it a bit differently.
Woo!
that's a bit of clutch. Whew.
Here, John. John, you can call him through.
I don't want to bar of it. No way.
No, mate, no.
You do it.
He's got the pretty look.
Dave, you're on your own, buddy. Yeah.
I'm helping.
Here I come, look out.
Whoa!
That's it. Nice and slow. That's it. Keep coming at that one.
Beautiful. It's a nice look over there. Right, just go back and forth. And then
Just needs a few herbs.
hit it a little bit harder. All right.
That's the one, mate. Go! Into it. After that, there's nothing scary.
Are my plates still on?
Oh, it's gone, the rear one.
Righto. Well, you survived. I didn't.
I thought it only hit the window on that.
No, she popped. This used to be your trade once, didn't it?
Well, it was my trade.
You reckon you could take it and turn it into a Monaro?
Close.
You know, that door's actually opening and shutting better.
That's
What sort of winch you got?
an Avenger.
We got a chance of doing it.
Yeah, we'll give her a go, eh?
Come, mate. Milo's taking quite a push here. We're going to have to straighten up that body a bit before we go any further. What we're trying to do here is pull it on the same angle that it got punched in, and that way it should straighten out the panels and I can open the door again.
Hey, you know why I got one of these winches? After the glasshouse trip.
Just a little bit, Jamie.
Yeah.
That's doing it.
Just tap
more.
yeah, a bit more. Wait. That's pretty good. Do you want to do up to the top
Yeah,
bit? Who needs panel beating tools out in the bush?
Okay.
Hey?
With
Beautiful.
one, I got to do the exhaust pipe too. There's nothing quite like precision panel beating tools. Axe, 12-inch, winch, panels are us. Ah, what a way to finish off the day. Last time I played the mouth organ in a pub, I got $20 to move to the next pub.
No, that was good. That was real good.
Oh, look, you just couldn't ask for a better backdrop. Guys, this is Cruiser Canyon, and it's a long time since I've had a crack at Cruiser Canyon, but I seem to remember it's pretty extreme. There's lots of tight situations, rocks, all sorts of things to avoid, quite a few diff crunches. I think that almost straight away I'm going to have to say I don't know what to expect, because given all the floods that came through here last year, you can see the flood damage everywhere. This could be completely different.
This is known to be a gnarly one, John.
Well, they used to have competitions through here. That's the last time I was here, was banging through on a competition. So yeah, see how we go. And the other thing that's kind of interesting, lads, I can't see any tyre prints. I don't think anyone's been here for a while.
No, it doesn't look like it, John. I think nature's taken over here for a little while.
A track like this is the ultimate test, really, both for the truck and the driver, and for your protective gear. This is the sort of place where you need to find your way through when you've got so many alternatives. And sometimes it's not quite as simple as it looks. You need to look for the high spots, work out where your diffs are, and know what your truck can do. Hey, Glenn, are you up behind me somewhere?
I am, mate.
Can you come through and give us a little spot on this next bit? I think I really need it, actually. Tracks like this, navigating through the rocks, it's not something that can be rushed.
Come straight in about, mate. Good all in down. Just drop straight in right now. That's it. Keep going.
Okay, just let me position myself.
Sounds dangerous. It's all about clever wheel placement and accurate wheel placement too, with just the right amount of pedal control to ensure you can get through.
Right hand down. Roll your left hand wheel over this block here. Bring hand just touching. Maybe just roll back a foot and go a little bit further to your left. That's it. Down, right hand down.
Whoa!
3-point turning. Yeah, you go forward now. Oh, this is softly.
Funny thing about this, not funny I suppose, but so far I haven't had to look at the diff locks.
Yeah, probably trying
Over here to the left, over here to avoid that one there. Bit.
It's all about just picking the right rocks to climb.
Yeah, that's the one.
Good having Gleno, I tell you.
Yeah, pretty much straight ahead from there. Rock and roll.
It is, mate. Rock and roll, big time.
Yeah, you can show that now.
Thanks, Gleno. That was great calling, mate. Calling that rock. Lovely. You can try and turn. Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go back about 2 feet. That's it. Stop. Now, left hand down. Whoa. Whoa. Turn the other way. Probably a bit more left hand down, mate. I don't want to get eaten by a Nissan.
Hungry daddo.
Okay, it'll be rock resting right now. That's it, mate. You're through.
Thanks, John. Beautiful call.
Hey, Jamie, do Land Rovers have dips?
No, they just have an axle.
Oh, that's going to make life a whole lot easier.
Yep, keep going.
Jamie's got a really low first gear in the Land Rover, but it's still good for a fair bit of clutch, I can tell you.
Yeah, all going, mate.
Good call, Dave. Thanks, guys.
Right, let's go and do some Nissan panel damage. Oh, Feral Dave's really coming into his own here. I guess you call reverse negative gearing, do you?
Well done.
Good call on, mate. Thanks very much, Jamie. And for the road builders, you make a good team.
Hey, can we have free credit cards all round for that?
Free Happy Meals at Macca's.
I bet he's got a coupon. Oh, we have growth on the bottom. That's good.
It's pretty smooth, mate. No rocks. Can't feel any rocks just yet.
Whoops.
It's
Uh-oh, quicksand. That's not too bad.
a bit of a big step up here.
Okay, cool. I reckon Ferrell would finance himself a new hat, eh?
You're going full left from there. You can see as much as me, so...
You reckon I should just gas it? Whoopsie doodle. Ah, too easy.
Watch that tree.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, good one, Gleno. Bit of track clearing. 35s make all the difference climbing out of this creek. Come on, Jamie, your go. We should have put the Land Rover through first to clear the track.
Righto, let's go. We're all through.
Hey, hang on, Gleno. I think you've forgotten someone. Nice job, Dave. Good clean drive. Well done, mate.
Get on you, Ferrell.
And so we keep on cruising up Cruiser Canyon. It's tough, it's rough, and there's the odd sidetrack, which is kind of a good thing sometimes. only it just dumps you straight back into the tough stuff straight away. With me going through first, I've sort of wet the track a bit, which means it's a little bit slippery for Gleno. That means it'll be a bit more slippery for Jamie, who's got less steering. And poor old Ferrell, well, he's going to pick up the bits, isn't he?
Mate, oh, lefty here. Beautiful. Okay, you can do whatever you want now. Hey, Gleno! I reckon I'm going to need a spot, mate.
Cool, mate. I'm away.
This next section looked really awkward. There was quite a few alternatives, but they all looked kind of nasty. Rocks all over the place, and everything looked like it was just the right size to trap a wheel. This is why I needed Gleno to come up and spot me through. As bad as it looks, there's no way anyone's going backwards here. We're all determined to have a go at it.
Okay, this will be a tricky one, so we'll just take our time through this one. Right hand down.
We heard a bit of a scrape and a groan, and we all come up to have a look what was holding him up. Here comes bedrock excavations. And what has happened, he got wedged on a rock on his rear diff. We sort of told him to go back a bit and then give it another go. As he's gone to give it another go, well then the hub just shattered. Must be on a diff. Wah! Shrapnel, which were bolts, just started blowing out everywhere. And I managed to catch some in the stomach and in the leg.
Ooh. I wore that. I had to blow to pieces.
Yeah.
What happened? I've never seen it happen before. In a lifetime of having 40 series Toyotas, it spat all 6 bolts, snapped them off a couple of threads in. The hub bolts that hold the freewheeling hub on, they flew out. So we got bits of camera all over the place, and a broken cameraman, broken Land Rover driver, and a broken Milo. Gee, it's all good really, isn't it?
It's nothing quite like sitting on a rock with your feet in running water, working on the front axle.
Yeah, this was a really difficult situation that we were in. But lucky for us, Dave had some easy outs. Easy outs, well, who carries them in their back pocket?
I've always carried easy outs, I guess, for you know, for ever since I come across them. And when I first come across them, I snapped the head bolt off from a fuel pump in a car that I had as a young fella, and Dad put me onto them, and that resulted in getting the bolt out. And ever since then, I've always carried them.
They look like new ones too. I think we've blunted the drill bit in 3 goes. Another quarter of a turn. We just snapped our screw extractor. As Glenn just said then, the best bet we got here is just to put it back together with the 4 studs and disconnect it at the hub and turn her into a 3-wheel drive and probably pull it out backwards or something.
The diff is well and truly stuck on this rock. There's only one way we can get it out, that's to get a little bit of height, get a few rocks underneath the wheel.
Yeah, that's the one, that nice flat fella. Oh yeah.
Oh, the Juco.
Oh man, that's a big hole.
That's a big hole.
Let's go.
Go the other side of that. Oh, we're moving.
Now, you know how difficult it was to get in here going forwards in 4-wheel drive? Well, coming backwards was just as tricky.
All yours, Jono.
The boys got me back far enough so I could do a bit of a 3-point turn and we can get out of this canyon.
One thing about a 3-wheel drive is that it'll pull sideways. It's not allowing me to go exactly where I want to go, so I'm getting some awesome angles happening here. Really quite scary angles. I'm really watching where Gleno goes here. I know that he's just got an uncanny instinct for picking the right track, and I can't really afford to get it wrong in my 3-wheel drive at the moment. I need to know exactly what's happening.
With the front diff lock in, Milo's not a bad little 3-wheel driver, and I've found, because this has happened to me often enough, that I can actually steer it by using the power on and off in the locker. Next thing we know, Ferrell's gone and slipped a little bit to one side and wedged the patrol up on a big rock. Oh dear. First scratch on the new stickers, Dave. We're going to have to get a couple of tricky angles happening here with the winch. Take up the tension. Right hand down. Milo handles it in 3-wheel drive. Well, I'm impressed. There's nothing quite like the feeling of not making it up a track. But you know what? We gave it our best, we got more than halfway, and we've really only turned around because of mechanical failure. You know what? In the big summer things, that's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. You know what? I'm happy as. I know it's kind of daft, but the best thing about four-wheel driving is when you have a challenge like that and you beat it. It just makes you feel so good. So now it's time for a beer. Yes! Go! Go, Rennie! I'm off! There's some beaut places to camp at Landcruiser Park. You can pick a family area on a weekend so you know it'll be fairly quiet, or you can go somewhere where the party animals hang out. But you know what? 10,000 acres and some really big campsites.
What a fire!
This is me one bag fire.
It's good.
Yeah, it's working, but you know what's missing?
Beer.
You got it. I only need 3 to start with.
Oh, look, that tent moves on wheels. Oh,
Dave, you should strap it on your back and jump off Telecom Hill.
go get rid of these ones.
Yeah, good on you, Jamie. Cheers, mate. Bluey Graham from Tamworth sent in this recipe that he calls a hobo's dinner. And what I like about this is the fact that you can prepare the whole thing before you leave home. You get it all wrapped up, and then once the fire's got down, you got those coals, you just chuck your dinner in and off you go. We start out with some alfoil. I'm going to put 2 steaks down, like so. French onion soup, I've used that before in all sorts of things. Potato, now I'm going to put a few mushies on it with some onion rings. Make a package out of it. A couple of steaks, a little bit of chilli, a little bit of garlic. We'll call this one the Has-Been Special. Bung on some onions, decent dob of butter, wrap him up. This is a kind of a veggie and cheese rissole thing, a couple of mushies, and we'll top it with a couple of slices of bacon. How good's that? Give it the wrap. Chicken cut into strips. And over here we've got some sweet potato. Tomato paste. Big dollop of butter. There you go. Put in some, I love capers. Capers are really cool. Mozzarella cheese. When Bluey wrote down this recipe, he said you should always try and bag it up so there's a little bit of a heat expansion thing there. Eggplant. Pick a couple of thin bits. Tiny little bit of ginger is going to work. Some garlic. Bacon. Wrap it up, stick a stamp on it.
The beginning was steep as.
Mate, I was buzzing when I come down the other side. I haven't seen anything like that for a while.
I don't know what was wrong with you
Here's a
blokes.
bunch of hobos I prepared earlier.
Tea ready, mate?
Mate, we're ready to give it a go. Jamie, can you remove your triangle?
I can do that.
Good on you, mate. Bang. Bang. We're going to give these 10 minutes. We'll see how we go.
Just like that.
Just like that.
What have we got there? 1 for each and 3 for Gleno.
You've worked it out pretty soon, pretty quickly, haven't you?
Is that where your family come from?
No,
That's what-
Rockhampton originally.
That's why I live on the south side. Let's see how he went. Whoa, look at that one. That one there is our chicken and veg. This is our exciting one. This is like our Mediterranean chicken one with veggies and mozzarella and everything else. Look at that. It just looks so good. It smells great too. Oh, you could just about open a restaurant doing nothing else but hobos dinners. Look at this. This is the steak, onion and chilli. That is cooked to perfection. We better do some taste testing. Right, now, look at that. I knew you'd...
That one's mine. That one's mine.
Line up, have a go.
This is the chili one. Yeah, mate. Good quality fork.
Oh. Hey, this chicken one works.
Sorry, fellas. Yep, that chili one.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Can I have a little taste before
Yeah.
you steal it? There we go.
The chicken one.
I'll just walk around this side.
Bluey, mate, we love you. That's fantastic. Should we take some over to the fire?
I'm already gone.
Good idea.
Who wants what?
Take a couple.
It's all gone. Wow, this is really good. Well, we did a bit of a bodge job on that hub yesterday up the creek. It was good though. I mean, it got us out of there. That's the main thing. 3-wheel drive all the way back to camp. But this morning, I want to do a decent repair on it. The guys here know trucks inside and out. First thing Wal said was, well, you know, you can use the hoist to repair it, and we're all ready to go. All we needed was parts. Well, Uncle Fester from Warrego 4x4, the big 4-wheel drive wreckers, he said, no worries, John, I'll bring the parts up. I mean, I know what it is for Fester. Any excuse to go to the park for a bit of a play.
Need some bits.
Oh, I need some bits.
I've got some in the back.
Mate, door-to-door delivery
Oh,
service.
mate, nothing but the best.
I don't think I can do this without running water. It just doesn't feel right. Thanks, Wal. Now I feel right at home. I forgot about this. With a hoist and all the right bits at hand, this is going to be a piece of cake. This hub came straight off one of the wrecks I left out at Fester's a couple of months ago. The disc on this one looks pretty horrible, but the hub itself is in good shape, and that's all that matters. At least I'm going to have a 4-wheel drive again. There you go, we just did the quickie job. Bung it back together, took about 20 minutes. This is going to be a glorious day for some big time 4-wheel driving, and I can't wait.
So John, after all the action we had yesterday, what have we got installed today?
Well, Wal reckons Rev Ridge is a bit gnarly up the back end, and if we can get through that, we'll take on Prado Parade, come around the back and do a bit of a loop. What do you reckon?
Well, that sounds like a good plan.
You done it before, Glenno?
Yeah, mate, many years ago. But I bet you after all this rain, mate, there's a few washouts.
Now, last time I had a crack at this, I didn't have diff locks in the vehicle I bought out, and I had the family with me. I didn't want to let down the tyres too much, and I got halfway up the hill and slid back down again. There was that many leaves and stuff on the hill, it was slippery as, but we'll see how we go. Be completely different today.
Can't wait.
I didn't have lockers either the first time I came up here. I'm glad I got them now. This is chopped up a bit. Whoa! Well, the old truck's creaking away as the body shifts around.
It's a bit rock and roll up there, John.
Yeah, there's a tree root that's a bit awkward. She's a bit clayey, bit of loose stuff on it, but really it's not that bad. I think the machinery's improved a lot. That's the big deal now. Hey guys, I'm here, and I put the rear locker in for security's sake, but I didn't need the front locker, which is pretty good. We're on Prado Parade now. You want to be pretty game to bring a Prado up here unless it's got lockers or something, I tell you. It's had a bit of rain here and there's some wet clay just underneath the surface, but there's a fair few rocks. So you sort of get the traction in big rock-sized lumps, you know what I mean? Little bits of spinning and big bit of traction every now and then. She's alright. Oh, Milo's leading this. A couple of hours of sunshine, just enough to put a crust on it.
Now you know why I call her Milo, because it makes you feel like a big chocolate milkshake getting chucked around inside here. But I love every minute of it.
That's the good bit. That was wild, that did. Oh, yeah.
Milo's down one shock absorber, so she's shaking even more than normal. Alben and Helen are so lucky. This is a magnificent piece of Australia to own. Imagine being able to call this your backyard. Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
What do you got, mate?
What a rocky road, mate.
Well, I don't know who you are, stranger.
I'm the stick.
The stink. Was that the stink? Oh dear. Never boring with Glenno around.
Don't forget, Landcruiser Park is a working cattle station. So if you open a gate somewhere, you should shut it after you've gone through. Located up the back of Landcruiser Park is a gnarly little track called Cooper Corner. It's not even graded super extreme or anything. It's the sort of thing you might launch off and think, oh, I could drive that dead easy. Well, you probably will be able to drive it, as long as you've got some good friends along to do some spotting, and as long as you've got some good tyres. I've got my Coopers on 20 PSI. Now, I could have gone to 15, but I need the 20 to deal with not peeling those tyres off. That's pretty much the ultimate pressure for my truck in these conditions. Cooper Corner itself is a switchback. Sudden right-hand turn, off camber to the left before you get there. Steep as, ruts all over the place. Perfect place to go roly-poly if you're not careful.
Wow. Watch that one, guys. I had a bit of a track give way on me there. It actually, you guys better hold back a bit because I've got to do a bit of a 3 or 4 point turn here.
The problem here is if the right-hand side gets up on the rock, it could tip her over. It's already off camber. It wouldn't take much to shake a truck onto its side. Just one of those things where you've got to look what you're doing, be a little bit careful.
I think you're really going to enjoy this bit, guys. It's full on.
Cool. Sounds good.
It's interesting.
I'm ready.
Mate, this is good. This is fun.
This is Telecom Hill. It's not very long. It's exceptionally steep. Very, very drivable though, mostly because of the traction in these rocks. There's not a lot to shift there. And this is one of the hills on Landcruiser Park that isn't too knocked around by water. Although the other side of it's seen an awful lot of water and it looks pretty horrible at the moment, the descent. You know what can go wrong with this hill? Broken components. That's the biggie here. If you were to snap one of your back axles on this hill and you weren't quite quick enough to counteract, then you could be in all sorts of trouble because the minute you're sideways on a hill like this, woohoo, bye-bye. It's not going to happen to us. Maybe to you, Jamie. All right, well, here goes nothing. Come on, Milo. My big trick is to maintain just enough momentum to keep moving forward at all times. And that is a trick in itself.
That's a good line.
Woohoo!
Hey, Roothy!
Wow! No shortage of bouncing up here. Makes you wonder if your front wheels are actually on the ground. I don't think they are. Not for a lot of this. Holy dolly!
Now that was a good drive. Good angles by John.
See how the Dado goes. I'll lock in the rear locker, same as he did. Gonna go and have a ball now.
Now, we're used to seeing Glenn handle virtually any challenge with relative ease. Doesn't matter what he's driving, he never seems to have any problems. But today, wow, something's not right.
I'm not normally a complacent four-wheel driver.
I did that just on rear locker the whole way, Gleno.
Yeah, mate, the issue I got here now is it won't go into first gear in the auto, so I'm just going to turn it off and see what's going on.
But I stuffed up.
Haven't got a piece of rocky road wedged in the selector?
Yeah, no, it's selecting first, but on the selector, but it's mate, it's not going down into it. So I've just turned the car off, back on again. We'll see. I'll give it another crack.
For some reason, the Dado's slow off the line, and it just doesn't look right. It's doing it though.
Oh yeah, we're right now.
Oh, something's not right there. The Patrol just didn't have the mumbo it's had on the rest of this trip. Wonder what's going on.
Made it up. It was a bit funny. I'm sort of going up and I'm thinking, oh yeah, the backside stepping out a little bit. I'm thinking, no, really shouldn't be doing this, but nothing clicked.
I'm at the top.
Let's see if Jamie has any luck. And he kills it. A walk in the park for the defender. Good old Jamie.
Rightio, Telecom Hill. Secretly pooing my pants, so let's give it a crack.
Come on, Dave, show us what that Patrol's made of. I bet he's real glad he's got the extra oomph right now. Sometimes traction's all about momentum. He just needs to get over that little dip and he'll be fine.
Attempt number 2.
Yep, we're making it.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Unreal! Look out, boys, I'm coming up.
Good on you, Dave. Way to go, mate.
Not until I got to the top and we're about to descend and it was keep going down, and I kept catching up with Roothy. Thing's not going into second gear.
Mate, what a rush.
Bit of a buzz, eh?
I'm still charged. That was awesome.
You're not going to believe this.
That's when I looked down and noticed that I was in two-wheel drive.
What? I came up that in two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive, well done, Gleno.
Two-wheel drive just with the rear locker on.
That'd do it, that'd do it. There's a lot of traction there. But that means you weren't in low first, were you?
No, that's why I'm thinking this thing is just labouring its guts out.
If I had known I was on two-wheel drive, I would have been petrified.
Oh, well, that's the first for you, mate. I've never known you to get a gear wrong.
Oh, don't I feel like a goose.
Just goes to show that with all the experience and natural talent in the world, anyone can make a mistake. Lucky for Glenn, it wasn't a disastrous one. Wow, Telecom Hill, two-wheel drive, that's got to be a record.
Oh, look, you know the formula for a really good weekend? Bunch of mates with a bunch of tough trucks and a place like Landcruiser Mountain Park. You've seen how much fun we've had. I mean, we've pushed it to the limits, we've broken a few things, we've shared some real adventures. But all this in the best scenery on earth, Australia. Wow, how good is it? I'll tell you what, don't take my word for it. Get your mates, get their trucks, get out there and have a weekend like this yourselves. It's just too good. This is really living.
Landcruiser Mountain Park is a couple of hours northwest of Brisbane, and it's an absolutely ideal place to head bush with a bunch of mates or take the family for a nice weekend. For more information, head to the Landcruiser Park website or like their page on Facebook. Welcome to Roothy's Ruthless Tales. Go on, grab a slice of fair dinkum, Australia. Get your dose of Roothy and put a smile on your dial.